That was the best shot I've made in this game so far. Like, today. They were like, I'm done with you. Probably shouldn't be doing this out in the open, but you know. Especially because I sense footsteps. Bruh. The Dark Red Knight. That's funny. Heh. Oh crap. That's not a good sign. I knew I wasn't gonna be the only one landing here. Leave. Oh shoot. He found me. Crap. He's gonna take me down if I don't get out of here. Come on man, don't do this. Okay, he just shot up my car. Now I have nothing to drive. But it's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. Okay. I'm gonna jump and then jump away. Yeah. He's still going. Bye bye. Let it rain. Why do I keep getting shotguns? Hello. Bye bye. I think it means it's upstairs, right? Supposedly. That was a lot of gold. There's an incoming car over here. How'd they know I was over here? I shall never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, never be solo again. Nope. Alright, prepare to watch this for one shot. Dang it. Figured that wouldn't work. Oh, that was cool. Alright, now time for the second level, which is literally the hardest level. First try, let's go, come on. Crap. That was so close though. I thought I was gonna make it. Alright. You didn't see anything. Jump! And apparently die. Okay. You guys saw that, right? I was close. I'm not mad. I'm just upset. I was so close. I can't beat this one for some reason. Come on. Okay. I just found something really good to watch. Hold up. Okay, alright.
So I just got my new gaming PC set up. Should we go play? Andy?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Don't tell me you're still looking at Sophia's Instagram story, bro. Come on, it's been 6 months. You really should try getting over her.
I am over her.
Right. So what are we doing here anyway? Dude, why don't we just go back to my place?
I knew it. I can't believe she's with that chump.
Seriously, Andy? Is that why we're out here? For you to spy on Sophia?
She hasn't been returning my calls. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Maybe she's not returning your calls because she's moved on, man.
No. She's clearly just rebounding. I mean, look at the loser she's with.
Andy, where are you going?
Butterfly!
Andy!
It's so good to see you.
How weird running into you. What are you doing here?
Oh, Mike and I just came to grab a little fresh air. Didn't know you started doing yoga?
Yeah, Dale actually got me into it. He works at a gym.
Andy.
Oh, you're Andy. I'm Dale, Sophia's boyfriend. I've heard a lot about you.
So she still talks about me, huh? I tend to have that effect.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I see you're still wearing the necklace I gave you.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm just used to wearing it. I forgot you gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we should get going. It was good seeing you.
Nice meeting you.
Bye, Soph. I'll see you soon.
What was that, man?
Did you hear him say she still talks about me? I told you she wasn't over me.
Dude, you're ridiculous. All right, you should really just leave her alone. Let's go.
You sure you don't want anything last chance?
I'm okay, thanks.
All right, but you can't have a sip of mine.
Well, in that case, I'll take an espresso.
I knew it. I'll go wait in line.
Oh, hey. Dale, right?
Hey, Andy. What are you doing here?
Just came to pick up a few things. Is Sophia here too?
Yeah, she's just grabbing us some coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Saturday morning rituals. I remember when her and I first started that tradition.
Didn't know you guys used to come here.
Oh, yeah. Used to always sit at this table, too. Anyways, good seeing you again.
Okay, bye.
Oh, before I forget, you mind giving these to Soph for me? She left them at my place the other night.
She was at your place?
Yeah, she didn't tell you? Shoot, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to cause problems. I better get going. Take care.
Wait, I thought you said you had a few things to pick up.
I did, but I just remembered I don't need them anymore. See ya.
Espresso?
What are these?
Oh my god. I've been looking for those. Where did you find them?
Your little ex-boyfriend Andy stopped by and dropped them in my hand. And he said that you were at his house. Is that true?
How do you even know he works here?
There's only a few gyms out here. Wasn't that hard to figure it out?
I wish you could just move on.
Sophia's my girl. She's just confused, that's all. Her and Dale don't belong together. Oh, there he is. Don't forget what I told you.
Okay, but why am I recording again?
For my protection, in case he tries to attack me. Hey!
You again? What do you want, man?
Whoa, why the hard feelings? I just came to clear the air.
Look, whatever happened between you and Sophia is over now. There's no reason for us to be in communication at all.
Is it really over? You can't tell me you 100% believe that, especially after the earrings.
She told me she lost those earrings months ago and that she hasn't been to your place in a long time.
Wow. If you really believe that, you're an even bigger clown than I thought.
Hey! You better watch what you say.
Go ahead. Hit me. I dare you.
You know what? You're not even worth it. Just stay away from Sophia and I.
You tell Sophia to stay away from me. Did you get it?
Yeah, but what is that even supposed to prove? You started it, and it's not like he even hit you.
You'd be surprised what a little editing can do.
You're gonna get caught. The truth always comes out, one way or another.
Exactly. And the truth is, Sophia's meant to be with me. Let's go.
Andy, what happened?
You didn't hear? Dale hit me.
He did what?
It was all my fault, really. I went to meet up with him unannounced. I sensed there was some tension between us and I wanted to make things right. For your sake. I guess Dale wasn't interested in that. He just started attacking me.
No. Dale would never do that.
See for yourself.
Oh no.
Luckily, there was a bystander there who caught it all on camera. It got a lot worse after he grabbed me.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. He told me you provoked him.
Have you been crying?
Dale and I have been arguing a lot. First, he accused me of going to your place. You didn't make it seem like I came over recently, did you?
No. When I saw him outside the coffee shop, I told him you left those earrings there months ago, when we used to date.
Then he must have lied to see how I'd react. I don't know what's gotten into him. He's been acting so different lately.
I'm really sorry, Sophia. I feel like this is all my fault. I never meant to get in between you two.
No, it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. I guess I just don't know Dale as well as I thought I did.
It really hurts. You mind if I come inside and get some ice?
Sure.
You guys look so happy here.
I can't look at any photos of us knowing what he's really like now.
Looks like there's a lot of photos of you two.
Do you want to get out of here? Everything here reminds me of Dale.
Yeah, of course. Why don't we go back to my place? Put on a movie, eat some Chinese food, just like we used to.
You know, that sounds kind of nice.
Let's go.
I'm so full.
This brings back a lot of memories. It's nice to have you back here.
Wait until the makeup comes off, then he's gonna be screwed.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you ever think about us as in... Never mind. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Honestly, I don't even know what to think anymore.
Oof. My stomach. I think I put too much sriracha. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Hey, I'm a little cold. Mind if I steal a hoodie?
Yeah, your favorite one is still in the closet. Go for it.
Thanks.
She told me she lost those earrings months ago, and that she hasn't been to your place in a long time.
If you really believe that, you're an even bigger clown than I thought.
Hey! You better watch what you say.
Go ahead. Hit me. I dare you.
You know what? You're not even worth it. Just stay away from Sophia and I.
You tell Sophia to stay away from me.
Oh no.
Sorry about that. Should have taken it easy on the hot sauce. Did you not find the hoodie?
No, I'm actually all right. It's not that cold anymore, but thanks.
Okay.
How's your black eye, by the way?
Still hurts really bad, but I'll manage.
You know, I was reading on it when you were in the bathroom. You really should keep a wet compression on it. Otherwise, the swelling won't go down.
Good idea. I'll put one on later.
That's all right. I got one here. I'll put it on for you.
No. I mean, my face just hurts really bad right now. I don't want it to get worse.
Don't worry, it'll be soothing.
I'll do it. I'll do it. So it doesn't hurt too bad.
I'll be gentle. You do trust me, right?
Yeah.
Good.
What are you doing?
What is this, Andy? Care to explain?
I have no idea how that's possible.
So this isn't makeup?
No, how could you accuse me of such a thing?
I don't know. Maybe because I found this in your bedroom.
You went through my stuff?
Don't try to turn this around on me. And I saw the video of you going up to Dale. You completely lied to me.
I can explain.
I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of your lies.
Wait. Dale doesn't know anything about you. And let's face it, you're still not over me. You never will be. That's the truth.
The truth. It's a little ironic hearing you talk about that. You have a problem with making things up, which is why we broke up to begin with. You need help. I hope this finally teaches you that the truth always comes out, one way or another.
Don't go. At least let me give you a ride. Who's that?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll tell you everything in the car. Goodbye, Andy. Have a good life.
Butterfly.
I'm not your butterfly anymore. I'm Dale's.
You want me to work?
You won't even have to look for a
Tyler, do you want the blue marker to go with your brand?
Absolutely. All right, let's go. What's up, YouTube? This is a couples tag video with my beautiful wife, Jess. We're gonna find out who knows each other better, and let's just jump right into it.
Where did you first meet your spouse?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Lacrosse, Wisconsin.
Lacrosse, Wisconsin Halo Tournament.
We literally said the exact same words.
Twinning.
Too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Ding, 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 ding. Point.
Go us.
Easy. Next question.
Where did you go on your first date?
Okay.
Got it, ready?
Go.
Movies, we went to see that.
And before that, we went to Noodles.
Facts.
Who's keeping score?
The editor will keep score.
Okay.
All right, ready? Next question.
Who said I love you first?
Are you ready?
Yay!
Y'all are too cute.
Okay, next question.
Who is Tyler's celebrity crush?
Oh, easy. Jennifer Aniston. Let's
It's an
go.
absolute fox. So.
She sure is.
Who is Jess's celebrity crush?
Oh God.
But I'm not sure.
You have one? Oh, I know who it is.
I mean, I think people are cute. You know who it is? Who? I mean, I would say I really like how this person looks.
This is like.
I do love MGK, but Aquaman.
This is fun.
What's Jess's favorite TV show?
You might not even know what it is. You want me to just show you what I wrote down?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll let you know if it's right. Oh, RuPaul's Drag Race. Heck yeah. One of my favorites.
You've watched every season, every episode, and you keep up with it, unlike every other show.
True.
So.
I do love RuPaul. Reveal your answer.
What's Tyler's favorite movie?
You better get this right. I'm gonna write it down. Listen to the way I'm writing it down. Ready?
Star Wars.
No.
Oh, Actually, I think I know exactly what it is. Interstellar? Yay! Let's go. Oh, I'm proud of that.
Twinning.
Murph! Oh, Murph. Great movie.
If you weren't bawling during that scene when he was watching the videos, when you get back to the spaceship after he lost like 20 years, then you're not a human.
What's Tyler's biggest fear?
Losing me, obviously. The plane going down.
Oh.
Okay.
It was your biggest fear, not insecurity.
Wow!
I don't think it's small, but...
Okay.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Wait, what is your biggest fear?
I would definitely say playing right now.
Yeah, okay, so I got that right.
You know, but I fly every other day, so.
What's Jess's favorite junk food?
I mean, I'm gonna go with what I know you love. I'm putting two down.
Okay.
Sour Patch Kids?
Dill pickle chips. Ooh, yes, good job. And Sour Patch Kids for sure.
Sour Patch Kids / dill pickle
Good
chips.
job, good job. Sour Patch Kids is a good one. That didn't even go through my head, but that's definitely a favorite.
Yeah, I know.
Not sponsored, but could be.
If Jess could have a superpower, what would it be?
I'm already offended and I have no clue
If
what
Jess
you're
could have a
laughing.
superpower, what would she want it to be? There's no way you're gonna write this down, but
Wrong.
It is.
I'd love to fly. What?
Polymorph.
What does that mean?
It means that you could like turn into certain things and creatures. So like I thought that you would want to like scare the out of people during Halloween. So you could like turn into like an evil goblin or something.
No, I'm already that without makeup. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
If Tyler could have a superpower, what would it be?
Obviously, polymorph.
Are you making fun of me?
I think you'd want to have like Super Saiyan power.
No. God. Let's go! Let's go! No way! Holy.
I thought, not gonna lie, I thought that said Super Saiyan powers, not Super Saiyan powers.
If Tyler were an animal, which would he be?
Do I have options? Do they have to be real?
They have to be real. If I was an animal, you're not gonna guess this.
A wolf.
Awesome.
Why?
Because they're awesome. And they poke sharks.
So Blevins in Welsh
Yes.
means little wolf. So
Tiny wolfie.
wolf is kind of like a thing. I thought you would have wanted to be one. It's fine.
Yeah, no, they eat people and things, so I'd rather not. All right, guys, that is the video of Couples Tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see another video or a part 2, just leave a comment below, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right.
Hi, Karen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? It's your favorite Mexican raincoat here. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. Today we're looking at more Darman, okay? All right, I'm back from vacation. We're looking at Darman. I need views. How was my vacation? Oh, thanks for asking, dude. Bro, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. My vacation was great. It was 7 days of just off my computer. I loved it. But now I'm back on my computer to no life these videos for you guys, okay? So Darman has been on a hot streak of daily uploads, okay? He's at 10.4 million subs. I think the last time we talked about him, he was at like 9.8. He's growing hella fast, dude. He's making my blow up numbers look like nothing. But we're not talking about his growth, okay? We're talking about one of his videos. So today we're gonna be taking a look at Karen Next Door. Goes way too far. What happens is shocking. God, I missed these titles, dude. I haven't read out a Darman title in so long, dude. I just feel refreshed. All right, whatever. We're gonna check out this video, okay? Go follow my Instagram at Poncho's Death. Thank you.
Hold on, Max. Okay, kids, dinner's ready.
Never thought I'd hear a Darman video start off with enemy UAV. What is he playing, COD or something? Oh, I'm dumb. Not gonna lie, dude. All my friends play COD, but I stopped playing after MW3, okay? That game got ass. I don't like it anymore. It's all futuristic and stuff. It's not my type of game, okay? I miss the days where Call of Duty was quick scoping random noobs on the game and trick shotting, okay? That's all I knew Call of Duty to be. Now there's double jumps and climbing walls and stuff like that. It's just stupid, okay? And this kid is probably playing it right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Adam, would you mind turning that down, please?
This looks so good. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, honey. Adam, that game is so loud. Now turn it off and come and eat.
After this game.
What a savage, bro. God damn. My guy said, screw you, Mom. I'm gonna keep playing this free-for-all match even though I'm 5-32 right now. I gotta carry the team, Mom, and I can't do that without the volume at full blast. I swear to God, bro, if I told my mom after this game while she's yelling at me, I would have been boom, boom. Right there, dude. I would have been done for. I don't know how kids get away with this type of stuff, dude. I mean, like, I guess he wasn't really back-talking her or anything like that. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Let's just keep watching.
Not want to have to do this.
What'd you do that for?
I just realized that this kid was playing Apex Legends, but Darman said that he was playing Call of Duty in the subtitles. Darman, what do you... Darman...
What'd you do that for?
I just realized that this...
That's Warzone.
Kid was playing Apex Legends, but Darman said that he was playing Call of Duty in the subtitles. Darman, what are you doing, dude? Come on, man. These gotta be top, pristine quality for your 10 million subscribers. Little mess ups like that, they just can't happen, dude, all right? Obviously, I'm joking, okay? I don't really care. I just thought it was funny.
I was about to win.
Are you trying to upset the neighbors with the loud gunshots? Now go over there and eat before your food gets cold.
I mean, considering... Okay, I hate to say this. Your house looks pretty big, and I doubt your neighbors really hear too many gunshots often at all. I live in an apartment complex, so I hear them. I do hear them quite a bit, actually. I don't think you guys really have to worry too much about hearing gunshots on a consistent basis based on... Okay, I'm not even gonna go into this, dude. It's just not even worth it. People are gonna get mad at what I say.
The neighbors? We used to never have to worry about the neighbors at our last place.
Well, we don't live in our old home anymore, Adam. I don't even know why you would bring that up.
Because I don't want to live here. This apartment sucks. And it's so small.
Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. They're in an apartment. All right. Mom, this apartment sucks. I want to play Apex Legends. Yeah, bro, I mean, you're not the one paying the bills, but whatever. Also, I know that this is scripted, okay? I feel like I have to make that known every video. Darman videos are scripted, I know.
How are all of us supposed to share that room?
Look, honey, please. Let's just try to make it work for right now, okay? Now, who could that be? Hi, can I help you?
Hi, I'm Karen. I live next door.
Oh no. Dude, oh no. Okay, Darman did a good job for once, all right? He actually named one of the characters in his video Karen. That's just perfect, Darman, all right? You're keeping the meme alive. Nothing good will come from this Karen, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just gonna say that right now. Karens are nothing but bad news. Speaking of Karens, dude, I actually saw a Karen get kicked off a flight yesterday. This lady was mad about something. I have no idea what it was even about, but it was something definitely really stupid because she was acting like a complete idiot. But yeah, she got kicked off the flight. I actually was going to sit right by her. Thankfully, I didn't, and she got kicked off. Literally right by her. Actually, I might remember what it was. I think it was, like, her phone. Like, she got mad at... Yeah, no, I remember what it was. She sat in the wrong spot, and then when they told her to move, she threw a hissy fit about it and started throwing her phone down the aisle. So they were like, hey, don't throw your phone down the aisle, and then she got even more mad, which resulted in her getting kicked off the flight. Forgot, I should have made a whole video about that. I don't know why I just told you guys that. I should have made a whole milky video about that. Whatever, I don't really care. Let's just keep watching.
I came by because I thought I heard some gunshots.
Oh, that's just my son playing his video game.
That loud. Doesn't he realize other people live in this building too?
Yes, you're right, and I will talk to him about it.
Good. I know you just moved in, so I don't want to have to file a noise complaint already.
Shut up. God. In all reality, this kind of hits close to home because I don't really know how my neighbors haven't filed a noise complaint yet. I'd be recording videos at like 4 a.m. Sorry if I sounded stupid there, I was stretching. But yeah, dude, I'll be recording videos loud as hell at like 4 a.m. I don't know how they haven't filed a noise complaint yet. I kind of feel bad for my neighbors, but at the same time, they know what I do. I've met my neighbors. They're super cool people. But if you're gonna file a noise complaint off of a loud video game, well, welcome to the apartment life because everybody's loud in an apartment.
I appreciate that, and it won't happen again.
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so. Karen, I know your ass gotta be at McDonald's right now complaining to the manager about your Krabby Patty. Get out of here and go do that. At least be a Karen somewhere else because God, dude, so negative for no reason.
We almost got our first noise complaint.
So, I hope you get kicked out. I hate this dump.
Well, see, the reason why your mom has this apartment in the first place is because she can't afford a house. So if she gets kicked out, you're moving into another apartment. This guy is stupid.
Look, I'm sorry. This is all we can afford right now, okay?
You shouldn't talk to her like that.
Oh, whatever. I still don't get why Mom and Dad had to get a divorce.
Probably because I slept with your mom.
To be honest, I'd rather live with Dad. Shh. Get out of here, Max. This food isn't yours.
Oh, God damn, bro. He put his dog in like a chokehold. Look at that. RKO'd the dog type beat. Why you gotta be so rough for no reason, bro? He was just trying to vibe. He was just trying to get some food. I don't know what your problem is, dude.
How'd it go?
Not good. That neighbor has 2 kids and a dog. That apartment's way too small for all of them.
They have a frog?
Dude, what was? Yes, they have a frog, dude. God, I don't know why I thought that's so funny. That was the funniest part of this video, dude. Looks like Grandpa's hearing's going out.
No, I said dog. Great, now we have to deal with barking too.
Who's parking?
My man has got to be very depressed due to the fact that he has to live and be married to a Karen. Look at him, he's so wholesome, he has no idea what's going on. And yet here is his wife complaining about just about everything. Must suck being married to a Karen, dude. I could not even imagine.
Never mind. This doesn't affect you. You don't hear anything anyway. Oh, that dog is so loud. I'm going back over there.
Shoo, Max. This food isn't for you. Mom, someone's at the door. Mom?
Okay, I'm coming. Hi, Karen.
Doesn't that dog ever stop barking?
No, it doesn't. Imagine hating your life so much that you stay home long enough to file 2 noise complaints. Couldn't be me.
Well?
Well, what?
Where's the person that was parking?
No one was parking, Roger. The neighbor's dog was barking. They're really getting on my nerves with all that noise.
We have neighbors now?
Just forget it, it's pointless. What in the world? Are they vacuuming?
No. Duh! They're vacuuming! Duh! Starman, I'm not gonna lie, your scripts are kind of awful. You state the obvious. I mean, I guess I state the obvious too, but you do it worse.
What now?
Vacuuming at this hour?
Isn't it like 7 p.m.? I feel like 7 p.m. is a pretty normal time to be vacuuming. That's not late at all. Maybe it's late for good old Karen here, old fuck. But newsflash, Karen, not everybody goes to bed at 7 p.m. like you. We don't all have brittle bones.
Karen, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this late.
You've been nothing but trouble since you moved in next door. I tried to be nice, but...
What? When were you ever nice in this video? I don't think I can remember a single time where you haven't been a pain in the ass. I get that this is like a scripted video and all that stuff, but dude, bro, Karens are the worst types of people. I will forever say that, dude. They are just some of the most bored, just stupid people. Okay, they're just stupid. Always going out in public and ruining people's day for practically no other reason. I mean, I guess they're having a bad day themselves, so they want to put that on everybody else. Who really knows? I don't.
Don't you Karen me. I told you before, this was the last warning. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't file a noise complaint right this second.
Listen, I am trying the best that I can, okay? I know you don't want us here, but we have no choice. You see, a week ago, everything was perfect.
Yeah, she just goes into her divorce story and Karen sympathizes her, and that's the end of the Darman video. I'm just not gonna waste your time because it's kind of cringe, okay? I just want to save you guys that. So I guess the lesson that we can learn from this video, the Darman lesson is to not be a Karen. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more content of mine,
Caught ya, red-handed.
oh boy.
Oh, it's not what it looks like.
Oh.
You're trying to steal from us, aren't you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? It's your favorite Mexican raincoat here. I am bringing you this video at 4 a.m. in the morning. It's another one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen. I just stay up ridiculously late for absolutely no reason. So today we're taking a look at more Darman. So out of the many issues that Darman covers on his channel, whether it be ranged from boss fires autistic employee to man with turban kicked off seat, you know, Darman picks on some touchy subjects, you know, he's very controversial. Today's video that we're going to be taking a look at is mom accuses her son's black friend of stealing. Instantly regrets it. Honestly, I think I can learn a very valuable life lesson off of this video, and I'm sure you can too. Darman, get me to a mill, baby, woo! You know, I'm super excited to watch this video. I'm gonna learn a lot from it. Darman in the past has taught me plenty of valuable life lessons that I use to this day, and they're all learned from Darman. You know, what good do parents do when you have Darman? Anyways, we're gonna be taking a very careful glance at this video because we're really not trying to miss the message of this video, okay? So without further ado, we're just gonna watch this.
Oh, behind you! They got me, Come res me.
All right, first part of the video that really just kind of triggers me. They're playing Fortnite. That game peaked in 2018. Why don't we just leave it there? I've made the statement in the past. I don't like Fortnite. I only play that game when I'm with Augie. I swear to God, nobody can ever convince me to play that game unless I'm with Augie. And I know there's gonna be some people in the comments saying, "Oh, Poncho, what's wrong with Fortnite?" The fan base. What the fuck? Bro, the fan base has some of the most basic people in the entire face of the universe. It's just what I've noticed on the internet. You can't really convince me otherwise. That's just what it is. I just don't like Fortnite. I'm sorry.
Brayden, what is this? Your report card says you got a C in math. Wait, what is he doing here?
Oh, we're just playing video games. Hi, Mrs. Baker.
Brayden, I need to speak with you alone.
Love how, like, Darman doesn't even hide the fact that the actors are racist. Like, right when white mom walks in the room with black dude sitting on the couch, she just automatically freezes up. She's like, "Brayden, come over here right now. Make sure you are armed. We need to have a discussion. Okay, this is very serious." Like, lady, chill. It is a teenager. You need to relax. This is not even a teenager, I don't think. They look like they're 12. She wasn't lying about what she said last time, dude. She does play a Karen in every single video that she's in. I've only seen this lady play as a Karen in these Darman videos, but well, let's just keep going.
Now. What are you thinking, bringing him over here? Didn't I tell you not to hang out with kids like that? They're nothing but trouble.
What do you mean? Martin's my friend.
I don't care. He is a bad influence on you. Look at how low your grades have gotten since you started hanging out with him.
That's not his fault. Martin's one of the smartest students in our school. You know, you really shouldn't judge someone before you get to know them.
Damn, my boy Aiden spitting facts on the mom, the Karen mom. Honestly, dude, I'm so touched. That just touched my heart. I might shed a tear or two. That scene was just very beautiful. Just a very inspiring message behind that. I kind of want to kill myself.
Yeah, right. He probably doesn't even go to school. You know how his people are.
That's not something I should laugh at. God damn, Darman, adding that racism in the script. Oh, you know how those people are. What do you mean by that, Darman? Exactly what do you mean? Are you insinuating that African Americans are different types of people? Well, like, what are you saying there, Darman? It's kind of funny because he's trying to point out a stereotype in this video while he's stereotyping, when in reality, the only way you can really get rid of a stereotype is if it stops being recognized as one. Obviously, you know, this man, Darman, he's got good intentions, okay? He's all about the life lessons, all bullshit. I just couldn't help but notice it.
After today, I don't want you hanging out with him anymore. Understand?
You almost won. That was insane. Hey, Mom, do you think I can get that new laptop for my birthday? It'll really help me with school.
Yeah, no, this just reminded me of something that's completely off topic from this video, and this is just gonna be a random tangent right now. But dude, my mom's laptop was the first ever device I used on this YouTube channel. Like, the first few videos I ever uploaded on this channel were through my mom's laptop. Technically, it was mine, but she purchased it, so I'm gonna call it hers. I eventually bought this computer that I'm using right now, but that's what I started with, dude, my mom's laptop. Shout out to the users who are using their mom's laptop to watch this video.
We'll see.
And that was good.
Oh, here, you can have some more if you want.
Thanks.
You're pretty hungry, huh?
Yeah, dumbass, I mean, do you not see him pouring the cereal? Miss, are you blind? There you go, miss, right there. Obviously, he's hungry. I don't know why that was included in the script. That was just a painfully obvious answer right there that I just answered myself. Yes, he is in fact hungry. Now let's continue the video.
Oh, yeah, I am. So, can I get some milk?
Oh yeah, here, help yourself.
Thanks.
Did you just finish the milk? I was going to drink that.
Well, maybe you should go buy some more at the supermarket, you old fart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shoot. I could pour it back if you want.
No, it's too late. Don't your parents feed you or something?
Mom, it's fine. I told him he could have more.
I don't break my back at work all day long just to feed some kid whose parents probably don't work.
What leads you to make that assumption? Huh? Tell me, just tell me. You're good. Just let me know. What is it that makes you think that this kid's parents don't work, huh? What?
And can't afford to feed him themselves.
Mom! I'm really sorry about that.
I should go. I'll text my dad to pick me up. Hey man, mind if I use the restroom real quick?
Yeah, you can use the one in my bedroom upstairs.
Alright, appreciate it.
I swear to God, dude, I'm genuinely curious how much one of these actors seriously gets paid. Like, I'm curious. Wouldn't even be surprised if a Darman actor probably made as much as like a surgeon or something like that, or like a doctor. That Darman money be hitting, bro. That he's getting like 9 million views a video right now, I think, or something like that. Ridiculous numbers, dude. Darman, nothing but respect coming from this way.
Gotcha. Red-handed.
What? This was her catching him red-handed with stealing? It doesn't even look like he's stealing. He's literally just putting his backpack in a okay, obviously she just walked in, so she didn't see that. But dude, like, caught you red-handed? No, you didn't.
Don't ever come back here again. My son doesn't need friends like you.
Mom, what happened?
Oh, I caught your little friend trying to steal from us.
What? He would never do that. Wait. Wait. Martin. Wait.
Tell him the truth. truth, Martin.
Yeah, Martin, tell him the truth, dude. Tell him that he has a racist mom who basically racially profiled you and treated you like horse poop while you were in the house the entire time. You got it. Just let it out. Just tell the truth. I'm sure he already knows already based on how she's been acting in the house.
You want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth. You see, you say that I'm a bad influence, and that kids like me probably don't even go to school. But the truth is, I go to school every day, and I get straight A's.
Boom! I bet that Karen mom probably feels stupid now. You know that one person that said that the earth was flat, that one girl, I covered her like a few days ago? I'd even say that this Karen probably feels dumber than that girl, dude. No joke, no scam. Scrubby moment. Low IQ move there, Miss Karen. Maybe you shouldn't have been stereotyping your son's friends whenever they pull up to play Fortnite in your house.
I even try and get Brayden to study with me. And you say that my parents probably don't feed me because they're poor and don't work. But the truth is, my dad is the vice president of one of the biggest tech companies in the world.
Gee! He got her again, dude. He is straight nailing her with facts right now. Clapping back at her, clapping her cheeks. I mean, wait, what? Dude, I swear to God, this scene would end perfectly if they just had sex. I mean, wait.
Oh my gosh. Your dad drives a Tesla?
Like 75% of Americans or some stupid number like that. Dude, you know how many Teslas I see a day? I don't think driving a Tesla is that much of a flex, you know? I'd say driving something like a GTR would be a much bigger flex, you know? Because Teslas, dude, that stock blew up in 2020, dude. Everybody's on Tesla. Everybody knows about it. And everybody drives them, you know? Take a trip down to California, you will see that car like it's a Toyota Camry, dude. They are just common as hell now. And that's not even a diss on the Toyota Camry, you know? Great car, amazing car, actually. They're just very common, and I'm comparing it to the amount of Teslas I see on a daily basis.
And you say that I was in Brayden's room to steal. But the truth is,
this is 100 layers, but it's made of Minecraft. And we're gonna be racing to see who can get through their 100 layers first, son or dad. And every 10 minutes, our mining area is going to get smaller and smaller, and if you step outside the boundaries, something bad's gonna happen. And inside our 100 layers, there are diamonds and emeralds, which we can actually use to trade with villagers to upgrade our weapons. So please, if you're beautiful, like the video, subscribe, and enjoy. All right, first up, diamonds versus bedrock. Go. Ow! 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 Nothing's even happening to my side. How's it going, Pops?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So I gotta crawl through this one too?
Oh yeah, you have to crawl through everything.
Oh my God. Is that big enough?
Nope.
A 100 layers of ice versus 100 layers of steel. Chase and I have 1 hour to break out. I'm going through the 100 layers of ice and he's going through the 100 layers of steel. Oh my God, this is so dirty. Ew. In order to win the challenge, we have to make a hole big enough for one of us to crawl out. You can't go tiny on your holes, right? You gotta go big.
Big holes.
Level 1 weapon, the ice pick. Perfectly and delicately made for this situation.
And I need to use the restroom, so I gotta get out of here.
You only have an hour. Oh, does he get scissors?
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm getting some damage in, Chase. If you don't keep up, bro. Our ears! Stop it!
If I do enough circles, it'll work. So I get better for Chase. Yeah, do real damage. Woo! What do you have?
Chase.
What? You have to throw it.
I've got this.
You know, well, you have to throw it.
Look.
Hi. Is that you doing that? Hello? Sorry, I have a train to catch. Neat trick, by the way. Very funny.
What's up, movie lovers? I'm your host Patrick, and today we are going to discuss a 2012 American slasher film called Smiley. At the beginning of the movie, a girl is seen laying on a bed with a cell phone in hand. A little girl scares her using a scary mask, then goes over to her computer and starts chatting with someone. It is revealed that the older one is babysitting the little girl. When the babysitter inquires who the girl is talking to, the girl replies that she's on an online chatting site called Hide and Go Chat, where anonymous people from all over the world video chat. The babysitter advises the girl not to use these kinds of sites. The girl then tells her the urban legend of Smiley, a serial killer, who mutilated his own face by stitching his eyes shut and carving his mouth into a smile. She tells her that if the person on the other end writes, "I did it for the lulz," 3 times on the chat, Smiley appears behind you and kills you. When she goes to her house later, the babysitter goes online on Hide and Go Chat. There, she meets a guy with glasses. While chatting with her, he types the message, "I did it for the lulz," thrice. As a result, Smiley appears behind her and stabs her through the back with a knife, killing her instantly. A college student named Ashley is dropped off at her new college by her father. She comforts him and tells him she'll be fine before bidding him goodbye and walking away. Inside, Ashley meets her new roommate called Proxy. Proxy tells Ashley about a new party and invites her to it. Ashley decides to go and gladly accepts her invitation. At the party, Ashley meets teenagers Zane and Mark. Proxy spots a nerdy-looking guy and informs Ashley that he is Binder, a guy from their college campus. She then urges Ashley to go talk to him. While Ashley is talking to him, Zane and his friends interrupt their convo. He calls Binder, Pedo Bear, and asks what he's doing there. When the party mob finds out that Binder is Pedo Bear, they all start bullying and humiliating him, thus forcing him to leave. Ashley asks Proxy what the deal was with Binder and Pedo Bear. She is told that Binder was given this name because of reporting some messed up stuff on the board. Proxy agrees that some of the stuff indeed is messed up, but it's not smart to say so. The next day Ashley wakes up to realize she's run late for her class. When she arrives at her class, Professor Clayton is asking why this particular lecture is a requirement. While her professor is talking, one of her classmates asks the girl beside him if she has a pen. After taking the pen, he remarks, "You smell better than I do," which makes the girl laugh. The professor turns his attention towards the disturbance and asks the boy his name, which he reveals to be Mark. The professor asks Mark to answer the question that he had interrupted. Mark hesitantly says that the class is a requirement because they have to take it, which makes the whole class burst into laughter. Ashley then correctly answers the question and the class continues. After the class, Ashley stops the professor in the hallway and apologizes for being late. She then asks him if she could get all the assignments for the ongoing semester beforehand because she likes to be prepared. The professor tells her that she can find the assignments on the website but tells her she should learn to relax since she's now in college. After college, Ashley comes back to her room where she's greeted by Proxy. Ashley tells her that her head is still spinning from the booze of the previous night. Proxy tells Ashley that in her drunk state, Ashley did lots of crazy things. Ashley gets greatly embarrassed, but Proxy calms her down, saying there's another video on the internet that the students will be busy talking about, thus they won't pay attention to her. Proxy plays the popular video which shows a boy sitting in front of the camera. He's trying to read something written on his cheek when Smiley appears behind him and stabs him under the chin, killing him on spot. The video leaves Ashley baffled. She asks Proxy if the boy is really dead, to which Proxy says that there is no way to find out because no one knows who the boy was and he also hasn't come online since. Ashley thinks about calling the police but Proxy advises her against it, saying they don't know anything about the boy. She tells him they neither know who he was nor do they know if he really died. After a little argument, they settle on the fact that the video has to be fake because it's not possible for someone to just appear from nowhere and kill someone. Assuming the legend is fake, they think about trying it themselves and agree on it. They start looking for someone to try it on and choose a candidate after looking through a few people. They write the message, "I did it for the lulz," thrice into the chat. After a few seconds, the guy on the other side is actually killed by Smiley. Both the girls completely freak out for killing someone and hastily next him. Ashley starts crying and blaming herself for the guy's death, but Proxy calms her down and convinces her to keep this a secret. Just then, Ashley gets a phone call from her dad. While Ashley talks to her dad, Proxy keeps an eye on her, trying to make sure she doesn't spill. After getting off the phone, Ashley assures Proxy that she wouldn't tell anyone. The next day at college, Ashley still feels haunted by her actions. After college, Ashley goes to the library where she bumps into Binder. They start talking and exchange numbers before parting ways. When Ashley arrives at her dorm, Proxy comes out all dressed up and tells Ashley that they are going to a party at Zane's. At the party, Ashley accidentally spills her drink. Proxy tells her not to worry, as they're getting free drinks, and gets her another cup. She then goes to the bathroom, leaving Ashley behind. Ashley spots Zane and Mark in the crowd. She goes over to them and tries to talk, but Zane humiliates her with a made-up lie. Ashley brushes it off and brings up his friend, whose murder video got viral online. Zane and his gang laugh it out, saying that he is probably pulling a prank on them. Ashley asks if they have seen him and learns that they have not. She remarks it could actually be real, but the boys ridicule her and leave, leaving only Zane behind with her. Zane pulls her away from the crowd and takes her to the pool outside to talk to her secrecy. He asks her what she saw, to which Ashley tells him about watching the video. Zane presses to know if she tried it herself, but she doesn't tell. Zane confesses that he did, and as a result, a kid was killed. This upsets Ashley so much that she pukes. She declares she needs to home. Zane offers her a sleepover or a ride home, but she declines and starts to walk home with a spinning head. Drunk and scared, she keeps walking to her house. While walking, she hears something behind her. She looks back but sees nothing there. When she turns around again, Smiley is standing in front of her with a knife in hand. She sprints towards her dorm and reaches it just in time. She gets in and hastily shuts the door. However, to her horror, Smiley is already inside the house. He tries to grab her, only finding her shirt instead and ripping it in the act. She tries to get inside a room but finds them all locked. Smiley charges at her and she wakes up in her bed, screaming her lungs out. Proxy rushes into the room and asks if she is okay. Ashley tries to explain that Smiley got her, but Proxy assures her she must have been dreaming. The concerned Proxy asks Ashley if she is on any psychiatric medication. At first, Ashley says, no, but then adds, not anymore. Ashley consults with a psychiatrist later that day. The doctor puts her on medications for anxiety. After getting out of the psychiatrist's office, Ashley meets up with Proxy and goes over to Zane's. There, Ashley finds out that Zane is a hacker. Ashley convinces Zane that Smiley might just be an evil entity. In her next class, while her professor is giving a lecture on supernatural phenomena, Ashley finds a drawing of Smiley in her notebook and freaks out. As her professor addresses her, she rips the drawing out and gets rid of it. After class, she requests her professor to speak with him for a moment about said supernatural phenomena, but he declares he's in a hurry and leaves. While she's doing research at the computer lab all alone, Binder comes to her, scaring the living hell out of her. He looks at her computer and asks her what she's doing. They end up talking about Smiley. Ashley reveals that she killed someone, which seems to shock Binder. He tells he also tried but nothing happened. Ashley tells him that for it to really happen, you actually have to want them to die. Due to her Smiley nightmares, Ashley isn't able to sleep and ends up looking through hide and go chat. After nexting a few people, Ashley finds Smiley at the other end. She tries to find out what Smiley is, but he doesn't tell her and starts scaring her instead. Proxy appears behind Ashley and strictly prohibits her from getting involved in it anymore. Ashley, however, is unable to get Smiley out of her mind. Every now and then, she would hear voices that make her lose control over her mind. While sitting in the library, the voices drive her so mad that she breaks her laptop by continuously banging it on the table. She then yells at the people looking at her out of frustration. Driven to the point where she completely starts believing that Smiley is real and is coming after her, she goes to the police to explain the situation. The officer at the station hears out her story, but as predicted by Proxy, he does not believe her and starts thinking she needs mental help. The officer simply advises her to see a psychiatrist and refuses to write the complaint. Ashley goes to the psychiatrist, completely messed up. This time, the psychiatrist prescribes her a tranquilizer so that she can sleep. Later that day, Ashley meets with Binder. Binder gives Ashley his old laptop, which he states is in perfect shape. The two end up making out, but Proxy soon enters the room and Binder leaves. Proxy tells Ashley that she is going over to her parents to cool her mind off and take a break from all that has been going on. Ashley encourages Proxy to go and enjoy her time, assuring her that she'll be alright. They hug and say goodbye, before Proxy leaves. At night, Proxy video calls Ashley and tells her that Zane is not picking up his phone. Initially, they come to the conclusion that he might be hooking up with some girl, but then start freaking out thinking Smiley could have gotten to him. Proxy thinks about calling the police, but Ashley thinks that it is a bad idea with what happened before. Ashley tells Proxy that she would take Binder with her and check up on Zane. Proxy agrees to let her go with Binder, but still tells her to be careful. Ashley reaches Zane's house and knocks on the door while calling out his name. When she knocks again, she finds out that the door isn't locked, so she goes straight in. Inside the house, music is playing and it's completely dark. Ashley picks up a torch lying on the floor and starts looking around. The place seems to be completely trashed. Ashley walks into the room with the computer, and there, lying on the floor, is Zane, covered in blood. On the computer screen, Smiley appears and waves at Ashley. Out of frustration, Ashley picks up the monitor and throws it on the floor. She picks up the gun from the floor and runs away. While walking towards her house, Ashley calls the officer whom she had told about the serial killer. The officer picks up the phone, but the line gets cut off. Ashley goes inside her house and informs Proxy that Zane is dead. Proxy suggests calling 911, but Ashley declines and makes Proxy write the line, "I did it for the lulz," thrice. After a few minutes, someone comes up to the door and Ashley points the gun at it. The person opens the door, and Ashley immediately shoots. The person falls on the floor in front of the door. When she goes over, she finds out that she had accidentally shot Binder. She sits beside him, crying and saying that it will be fine. But Smiley appears and slits Binder's throat. After witnessing this, Ashley runs inside the house and into her room, closing the door behind her. She stands in front of the door pointing the gun at it. Smiley appears behind her. She tries to shoot at him, but the gun doesn't work. The door then opens and more Smileys come inside. Unable to take the terror and agony anymore, Ashley jumps through the window. She lands on the ground with a thud, breaking her neck and dying on spot. All the Smileys take off their masks to reveal the people who had faked their deaths, including the babysitter, Zane, Mark, and even Binder had faked his death. They start talking about Smiley, who will be the first online serial killer and who won't be forgotten. Binder makes the call for everyone to leave and they all do except for Zane, who is talking with Proxy. Proxy asks Zane, "Why did we do it?" As a response, Zane types, "I did it for the lulz," thrice as a joke, but Smiley appears behind Proxy and stabs her through the eye, instantly killing. He then waves at the screen and closes the computer. With this, the movie has ended. Thank you so much for watching.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to take a look at 2020 dark romantic comedy film called Looks That Kill. The scene opens in a therapy center where Dr. Klingman sits across a boy named Max, whose face has been wrapped up with bandages. Klingman asks Max what the problem is. Max tells him that people somehow mysteriously die when they look at his face. He then narrates the details and flashes back to the time of his birth, where a doctor, along with some other staff who were present at the time of his delivery, fainted and died just after looking at his face. After this, Max continues, his family decides to move out of the city, believing in the proposition, less people, less mishaps, but nothing could help him. He tells Klingman that he just wants to be a normal boy and live a normal life. Klingman says that the problem only seems to be in Max's head and urges him to take off his bandages. We are then taken to the waiting area outside where Max's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Richardson, are seated. A thud startles them and they rush inside to see the doctor lying dead on the ground in front of Max, who is hastily wrapping his face back up. Following this incident, the police arrive and warn Max's parents that if more people die like this, they will have to put Max in prison. The couple assure the cops that such mishaps will not occur again. Meanwhile, a brick on the ground catches Max's attention and he keeps it with himself. That night, Max's friend Dan joins the family for dinner. After learning that Dan has signed up on a dating site, Max's parents suggest Max do the same so he can make friends with more people his age. While Dan is alone with Max later, Max gives Dan the brick and asks him to hit him in the face with it so his problem can end. Dan refuses to do this and tells him that due to Valentine's Day, Max has great chances of scoring a date, thus he should try. After saying this, Dan gets immersed in his phone. Max tries to get his attention by slapping his phone and accidentally ends up throwing it on the ground. As a response, Dan hits him right on the face with the brick. The next day, Mrs. Richardson takes Max to another therapist. The people in the waiting area are staring at Max because of his wrapped up face. This irks his mother, and she immediately tells Max to hide his face with a magazine. Max goes to the magazine rack but finds it empty. A girl called Alex is seen playing video games there. Alex gives Max her magazine and the two have a brief conversation before Max is called in to the doctor. Later at home, Mrs. Richardson makes a call to complain about the malfunctioning heating system of her living room, but as soon as the person on the other end learns that she is Max's mother, he hangs up. Dan visits Max after this and tells him he's got a date for him. Max seems reluctant to go and falls onto the floor in stress. Dan assures him that everything will be alright and takes him to a restaurant where he introduces him to a girl called Erica. It turns out Erica is repulsed by Max's bandages and has no interest whatsoever in their date. To add insult to injury, the shy Max acts very awkward due to the newness of their experience. A moment later, a hooligan teenager called Craig starts a scene on another table and gets up to leave. While walking by Max and Erica's table, he recognizes Erica and sits beside her. He then looks at Max and realizes he's the guy who kills with his looks. This discussion regarding his face makes Max uncomfortable and he accidentally spills his drink. Craig gets enraged and starts wiping the table with Max's face. The manager comes and makes the security guards take Craig out. Max asks Erica if she'll go on a date with him some other time, but she refuses and leaves. Unsettled and dejected by this event, Max decides to commit suicide. He goes to a high bridge and stands at the edge, holding himself back by the railing. Just as he's about to jump, Alex, the girl from the hospital, approaches him out of nowhere and asks him what he's up to. Max declares his intention and expresses his emotions. Alex offers Max some jelly beans, but when he refuses them, she dumps them in a water and remarks that he'll at least be jumping in a river full of jelly beans. Max tells her this used to be his dream once. The two converse for a while and Max decides against jumping. After that, Alex takes Max with her to a retirement home. She introduces him to a couple of elderly women called Esther and Rosemary. They all sit at a table where the women share their life experiences and tell the teens how their lives are so much easier than many. Alex then walks Max to his house. Max asks if they can meet the next day, but Alex apologizes to him for giving him the wrong impression and refuses to meet him the next day. Max tells Dan about Alex while he's playing video games with them later. Dan tells him that he should retrace his steps and try to bump into her again. Later, Max sews the words "You jump, I jump," spoken by Alex, on a piece of cloth at home under a drawing of a bridge. The next morning, Max waits for Alex at her bus stop. Alex unfortunately arrives after her bus has already left. The alarmed Max tells her she just missed her bus, but as a response, she only stares at him and asks him if he's stalking her. Having no answer to her question, Max chooses to remain silent. A moment later, he asks Alex to spend a few more hours with him since she already missed her bus. Alex thinks for a while, then says yes and starts walking. An excited Max hurriedly follows her. The two visit a nearby market and buy numerous jelly beans. They fill up a bathtub with jelly beans and sit inside it as they talk. Max reveals the truth about his face to Alex, but to Max's surprise, she already knew. Alex also reveals that she has a rare heart condition due to which any kind of emotion, good or bad, affects her negatively. Afterwards, Max and Alex visit the theater and play a drinking game together. There, Alex tells Max that he's her first friend ever. They both enjoy each other's company and then go to Max's place. The two fool around in Max's room, and Alex takes off his glasses to look at his eyes. While she's staring into his aqua eyes, Max's parents come home and get shocked and excited to find Alex there. They tell him from now on, Yu Shin, an exchange student, will be living with them. Yu Shin turns out to be rather rude. She immediately goes to her room and slams the door shut. The next morning, Alex and Max visit Rosemary and Esther. Rosemary is sitting on a different table, eagerly awaiting someone. Esther tells them she's waiting for her son, who once used to bring her pies on her birthday but doesn't visit anymore. It is revealed that Rosemary's 82nd birthday, and she awaits for her son like every year. Rosemary later joins them and they play games. At dinner, Yu Shin is constantly on her phone. Mrs. Richardson asks Yu Shin if she wants to make her something special for her to eat, but she only gets silence as a response. A moment later, the doorbell rings and Yu Shin rushes to the door. She takes a pizza from the delivery guy outside and runs back inside without a word. Mrs. Richardson apologizes to the delivery guy and pays him. She then tells Max she must take Yu Shin around the city to show her places the next day. Max protests and says he's supposed to go camping with Dan and Alex, but Mrs. Richardson tells him to take Yu Shin along then. The following day, Dan, Max, Alex, and Yu Shin go out. Yu Shin leaves them to venture on her own. Alex snaps a twig and gets wounded in the process. Max cuts off a piece of the bandages wrapped around his face and bandages her wound. Alex thanks him and turns away. She notices that her electronic heart monitor has sensed emotions, which for her is bad news. At night while camping, Alex tells Max she wishes she could see his face. Max pulls the sheets over them and tells Alex to close her eyes. As she does, he unwraps his face and wraps the bandages around her eyes. He then lets her feel his face with her hands. In the heat of the moment, Alex presses a kiss on Max's lips and immediately gets out and lays down to sleep as her heart can be heard thumping violently against her chest. Later, Dan and Max pull a Christmas tree out of Max's house and lay it outside. Dan gets splinters in his hands, thus he's rushed to the hospital. The two also find Alex there with her mother. Dan stops them and tries to introduce Max and himself, but Alex avoids them and tells her mother that they just work together and don't spend much time together. Later, Alex and Max meet outside by the road. Max asks why she said that to her mother, to which she explains her mother doesn't like the idea of her having friends since feelings are bad for her. The two visit the retirement home after this. Esther greets them, but Rosemary seems to not be around. They ask about Rosemary, saying they brought her pies, but Esther reveals Rosemary's health conditions have worsened. She takes the teens to Rosemary, who is now bedridden and in a critical situation. The situation upsets both Max and Alex greatly. Max and Alex share their problems and how people treat them oddly because of their rare conditions. Alex urges Max to show his face to Rosemary so that she may die peacefully. Max argues, saying he does not want to do that, but at the end, he agrees to do this with a heavy heart. Rosemary regains her consciousness when Max touches her hand. Max asks her if she would like to sleep. Rosemary blinks her eyes, indicating an affirmative response. Thus, Max unwraps his face. Rosemary looks at him and dies. Next, we're shown Max sitting with his mother at a table while his father works on a new game he's obsessed with. Yu Shin enters the house and goes upstairs without a word. Mrs. Richardson tries to ask her how she is, but as a response, Yu Shin only rudely kicks her bag down the stairs. Mrs. Richardson asks Max how things are with him and Alex. He tells her that Alex has stopped responding to his text messages, thus he is confused. Mrs. Richardson then complains about Mr. Richardson's new obsession, which she finds displeasing, to which the father says there's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy his free time. The already stressed Max yells at his parents for always arguing and leaves. The next day, Dan and Max hang out at a restaurant. Dan tells Max to invite Alex to a dance party at his school, but Max seems reluctant. Dan texts Alex on Max's behalf and asks her out to the dance. Alex begins to type out but then gives no response. Max later goes to Alex's house to see her. He notices that her heart monitor is glowing red, an indication that her heart has gotten bigger due to feelings. The two end up arguing. Max tells Alex that it was wrong of her not to tell him what was going on with her, but Alex states that there is no quick fix to her problem and she can't live like a prisoner. Alex then tells Max that she's been put on strong medications that'll prevent her condition from worsening, and she says she wants to go to the dance with Max. Next, we're shown Max all dressed up for the dance. He goes down the stairs without his bandages, but his parents immediately cover Alex's eyes and send him back in. He apologizes and rushes back inside for the bandages. He returns a moment later after wearing them and approaches Alex. Alex gives Max a dog mask and a horn as a gift, saying they're for their costumes. The two reach the party and start dancing together. Slow music starts playing soon and the couple start dancing. Max and Alex initially hesitate, but when Max asks Alex for her hand, they start slow dancing closely as well. The proximity makes Alex's heart throb. She excuses herself, saying she's getting sick, and walks away as soon as her nose starts to bleed. After Alex leaves, Dan joins Max with his date called Valencia. Craig also comes towards them and tries to talk to Valencia, but she tells him off, saying she's with Dan now. Craig realizes that Max is under the dog mask and grabs him by the neck. Holding him with his face towards Valencia, Craig pulls off Max's mask. To his horror, Valencia dies after having one look at his face. The police come and arrest Max. After some investigation, they let Max out of prison. Right after they release him from jail, Max visits Alex at the hospital to ask her about her health and her current situation. There, Max comes to know that Alex lied to him. She was never on medication, and every time he made her feel a certain way, her heart grew worse and worse. Alex tells Max that her life expectancy was just 16 years. Due to avoiding feelings and friends, she's been able to live up to 17 years, but she feels empty. Max, she says, was the only milestone in her life, the only person whose company she ever enjoyed. She says she can't get better and expresses her wish to see Max's face, but he straight up refuses, saying it's not easy to watch someone die and that her death will constantly haunt him in the future. He tells her he can't grant her wish and leaves. At his house, Max's mother is worried at home, and worried parents are shown talking to the police over the phone, asking where their son is since they hadn't heard back since he'd been arrested. A stressed Max enters his house and starts violently hitting his face with a brick to disfigure his lethally attractive face. His parents stop him and calm him down. Max takes off his face wrapping in frustration and sorrow. The cat appears before him and dies on the spot. Next, Max is seen in a bathtub filled with jelly beans. Throughout the day, Max ignores Alex's texts and calls. The next day, Dan goes to bid Valencia goodbye at her memorial. Max joins him there, and they both talk about Valencia and Alex. Dan gets cross after learning that Max is ignoring Alex when she is in such a critical condition at the hospital, and tells him not to be a dick. Max argues that his problems are bigger, to which Dan explains that his stubbornness will only deprive him of the chance to say goodbye. After a while, Max visits Alex and decorates her wall with self-made crafts. He then apologizes to Alex for not being there for her and lays down next to her. He tells her that it is really hard for him to say goodbye to her. They talk for a while, and then Alex again asks to see Max's face. Max tells Alex to close her eyes. As she does, he unwraps his face and lays next to her. Alex turns towards him and takes off her oxygen mask. She tells Max she's scared, to which he says she doesn't have to do this. With her eyes still closed, Alex kisses Max and opens her eyes. However, seeing him does not kill her, and she keeps staring. Suddenly, her monitors start beeping loudly. Max hurriedly wraps his face again and calls for the doctors. Next, Max is seen lying beside Alex's bed as he goes down the memory lane and recalls all the good memories with Alex. We're then brought back to the present, where Alex's bed is now empty and the wall no longer holds the crafts made for her. Max leaves the hospital in pain and walks to the church where he stands beside Alex's coffin. Max then goes to the bridge. He puts a jelly bean flyer in an envelope with Alex's name on it and drops it into the river, letting it sink. Next, we're shown Max at a doctor's clinic. The doctor asks him how he feels on a scale from 1 to 10, to which he replies he feels like a 5. The doctor tells Max that is wonderful improvement, indicating he'd been much worse before in his healing. The doctor asks him what changed, to which he explained that the case over Valencia finally got settled. Serotonin overdose was declared the cause of death, which seemed natural, so all the cases against both Max and Craig were dropped. The case made Max popular, and sometimes people ask him for his help to put the ones in pain out of their misery. Max still visits Esther, he says. He explains that Alex taught him when someone loves you unconditionally, your face isn't the most attractive to them, your personality is. Thus, those who love him can't be killed by him. His parents have also gotten closer and worked things out between them. The doctor asks him what's next, to which he says he now wants to live without the wrappings. With this, the movie ends. Thanks for watching, guys.
Welcome back to Movie Recapped. Today I will show you a drama, horror, mystery film from 2017, titled Radius. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. We open on a storm, then a car crash can be seen and a man who regains his consciousness next to the toppled car. He walks out into the road and follows it to a town. Before he gets there, a car approaches and almost hits him, then swivels off the side of the road. The man runs over to the car to check on the driver, only to find her dead. He takes her phone and calls for an ambulance. The dispatcher can barely hear him when he tells her where he's located. She asks him for his name, but he suddenly realizes that he doesn't know who he is, so he looks through his pockets and finds a driver's license that says he has no name. Suddenly, a dead bird falls on the car, scaring him. The man runs away from the car. He finally arrives at a restaurant, and when he steps inside, he sees that everyone there is dead too. Suddenly, a van crashes outside and that driver is revealed to be dead too. The man tears his sleeve off and uses it as a mask. He grabs a map from the restaurant and runs into the woods. Later, he walks down another road when he gets to a place that can possibly be his house. The light in the front is on, so he knocks on the door. When no one answers, he goes out back and breaks into the house. Inside, he listens to the welcome message of the voicemail and hears his own voice, learning that his name is Liam. Suddenly, he has a memory of himself stranded on a boat somewhere. Later, he's barely out of the shower and he listens to the news reports. They say that no one knows for sure, but there is the possibility of biological warfare. The official can't say if the air is safe to breathe. Liam tapes over the broken glass on his door and hears someone in the field. He tells the man to leave because it's not safe to stay outside. The man can't hear him, so he shows him the message. As the man walks over to Liam's house, he collapses dead in a ditch. Liam writes down what he knows and listens to more news. They report only 2 incidents of the same sort happening and that those seem to be localized. Liam thinks of something as he hears a crow caw outside his house. He goes out and approaches the crow, and when he gets closer, the bird dies. Is it possible he is the center of the strange occurrence? Liam is trying to calculate how far out to spread a line around his house when a car appears. Fearing he might harm the driver, he runs back to the property. Later, Liam wants to call 911 but changes his mind before he does. He pulls a line out of his shed, then gets all the food from his kitchen into a box. Liam is fixing up the shed, as he listens to the news reporting that the deaths were not caused by a virus when he sees a doggy outside. He covers the rest of the windows. That night, the police come over to his house looking for him because they found his truck. Liam hides from them as they check his property. One of the officers gets ready to take a look at the shed when a murder of crows falls from the sky, stopping her in place. She informs her colleague, saying it's the same thing as the restaurant. They get into the car and drive away. Liam has a nightmare about the car accident and wakes up, hearing a car outside. He sees a woman going into his house, and when he backs away from the window, he fumbles and makes
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to take a look at 2010 American horror film called The Final. The movie begins as a girl in a hood enters a diner. She goes to the counter and orders a meal. The waitress notes her order, but then when she looks at her face, her expression changes. She catches herself staring a moment later and shifts her gaze. The girl pulls her hand out of her pocket to put the money on the counter, which reveals that she's missing 2 fingers. After that, she goes to sit at a table, but all heads seem to be turning as they notice her face. Unable to take it, she flips the table over in frustration and yells at them, telling them to stop staring, and runs out. Next, we're taken to the high school. Bradley enters his classroom and takes a seat behind a timid kid named Ravi. Bradley slaps Ravi's head and starts bullying him. The teacher notices this and tells Bradley to change seats with Bernard. However, Bernard turns out to be just another friend of Bradley's. As he takes a seat behind Ravi, he slaps his head as well. Next, we're introduced to the popular girls, Heather, Bridget, and Kelly. As they walk down the hallway, they find a girl called Emily next to her locker. They surround her and start bullying her. When she asks why they're always so mean, they remark that they're nothing but honest. Feeling extremely hurt, Emily pushes her way past them and leaves. Near a secluded house in the woods, Dane is checking the bear traps laid out on the lawn. A war veteran, Parker, who lives near the property, approaches him and asks him about his uncle Workley. Dane tells him that his uncle died and left the house to him. Parker pays him his condolences. He tells him he'll be there for him if he needs anything and leaves. At night, while Emily is sitting in her room, she gets a call from Ravi. She tells him she's watching a movie he sent and remarks it's gruesome and disgusting. Hence, perfect. The next day at school, the outcasts sit at a table discussing their plans for revenge. The populars, who's sitting at the next table, throw a milk carton at them. They cheer and laugh as the milk splatters all over the outcasts. Ravi grabs the carton and goes to their table. He simply puts it in front of Bernard, who again ridicules him. The others burst out in laughter. Feeling greatly embarrassed, Ravi walks away. Curtis, a likable student and inspiring actor, goes to the outcast table. He excitedly tells them he has an upcoming shoot and invites them to come. The outcasts congratulate him and seem happy for him. Curtis then asks Ravi if he can bring his camera and do behind-the-scenes shot for him, which Ravi gladly agrees to do. As he walks away, the outcasts collectively decide that Curtis isn't one of the bad ones and he must not be part of the revenge. As Heather is getting ready in her room, her friends learn through a text message on her phone that she's hooking up with Tommy, a guy who's in a relationship with another classmate called Nadia. When they ask Heather about it, she tells them to strictly keep it a secret. They cheer her on and laugh about it. While he's at the shoot with Curtis, Ravi heads out and cleans his camera lens. Bradley and Bernard see him there and start bullying him. Bernard holds him back as Bradley takes his camera and breaks it. Dane comes out a moment later and sees it trashed. In disbelief, he asks if they trashed it. Bradley tells him they did and grabs him intimidatingly, asking what he's going to do about it. He then tells him he does this to them since he knows they can't stop him. The bullies laugh and joke as they head out. Dane puts Ravi on the shoulder, telling them their time will come. The next day at school, Ravi apologizes to Curtis for not being able to do the shoot as he asked. Curtis tells him it wasn't his fault and then goes to Bradley, confronting him and telling him to leave Ravi alone. They both end up in a physical fight, which the whole school watches while cheering. As his parents are heard fighting in the background, Dane puts a gun to his head, unable to take the agony of life anymore. However, he decides against it soon after and tells himself he'll not be afraid. Ravi sits at the table with his estranged family, the silence and lack of comfort and compassion cutting into him like a knife. While Jack's father is working on his car, Jack tells him he's leaving, but the father doesn't even care as much to humor him with a response. Jack meets up with Dane and they both prepare their guns. At night, the outcasts sit around a bonfire discussing their troubling lives and their family problems. They express their happiness as they remark that all their problems will end soon. Next, we're taken to Dane's house in the woods where the outcasts have arranged a costume party for the bullies. The outcasts stand in a circle holding hands, praying to God to give them a sign if they should stop. When nothing happens, they put on their masks and head out to the main room. Students start slowly pouring in, and the whole place becomes lively with music and excited shrieks. They notice Curtis has also come to the party. Ravi tells them he'll go talk to him, but Dane refuses to let him. He says if he came, he shall stay. He then declares it's time and tells the boys no one must leave. They then lace the punch bowl with a drug meant to induce drowsiness. As the partying people drink it up, they slowly start falling asleep one by one. The outcasts get out of their costume and get into different menacing ones. The car keys of the students are collected and put away. They go outside where all the sleeping students have laid down on the ground. Dane uses a high-pitched frequency note to wake them up. The bullies thus wake up to find themselves in chains. They start taking in their surroundings in confusion, wondering what's happening to them. Using a voice manipulator, the masked Dane declares their intention to make them suffer a fate worse than death, as revenge for the years they have suffered from bullying. A student called Miles makes a witty remark, making the others laugh. At a response, he is shot by the outcast with a cattle gun in the knee and in the face. The laughter immediately dies down and fear and desperation take its place on the student's face. As the terrified students start crying, Dane tauntingly says they must understand the seriousness of the situation now. He then asks if anyone wants to leave. Tommy raises his hand and asks to take his girlfriend, Nadia, with him. Dane says he'll go alone and has his chains removed. Tommy is led to the door and told that he is free to leave. He tells Nadia he loves her and promises to bring back help as he heads out. Once he's left, Dane tells his girlfriend Nadia that she must believe her boyfriend loves her immensely. He then tells her that that's not the case as he reveals that he had been cheating on her with Heather. Heather looks back at Nadia, not saying a word, thus confirming it. As Tommy is running through the woods to get to safety, the outcasts give chase. Tommy catches his foot in a bear trap and collapses. The severely injured Tommy is then brought back by the outcast and placed in a room next to Miles on the floor. Bradley starts bawling and says they'll all go to hell. As a response, Dane tells them he's already there, indicating his life has been made into a living hell by these bullies. Dane then tells Jack to play his banjo for the bullies as a treat. Ravi takes the viol in hand and approaches Bernard with it. Bernard starts cursing and swearing at him in frustration, earning him a knife in the shoulder. As Bernard screams in agony, Ravi pours the liquid in his mouth. As a result, Bernard collapses to the ground and starts having convulsions. A moment later, his movements stop. Ravi takes off the restraints and lays his arms by his side. When he passes by Curtis on his way back, he throws a key beside him. Dane explains that Bernard has now been paralyzed. He can't move, but he'll feel everything they do to him. Emily then approaches Bernard with needles and straddles him. She shows him the pin to everyone before pushing it into Bernard's flesh. She continues this for a while, pushing one needle at a time, his body convulsing with each attack. At the end, she pushes a whole bunch into his chest. She then gets up and takes a bow before she leaves. Bernard's body is then taken away to the other hurt one. A masked Andy then roams the area with an axe, trying to choose his next victim. Curtis manages to free himself on the restraints and makes a run for it. Dane tries to shoot him, but Ravi tackles him to the ground. Dane overpowers Ravi and pulls off his mask. Ravi says that Curtis never hurt them, instead he stood up for them, but Dane tells him he has betrayed the group and then drives a knife into his chest, killing him instantly. The other outcast gets shocked upon witnessing this. Emily rushes to Ravi's side and condemns Dane. Dane simply declares that none of them are free of the consequences from their actions. Curtis rushes outside and finds a deputy in the woods. He asks him for help, however the deputy is shortly killed by one of the outcasts. Curtis takes the deputy's gun and runs away. Andy and Jack, who are now chasing Curtis, approach the deputy on their vehicles. Back in the house, Emily is sitting beside Ravi's body, laid on a bed. As Jack comes inside, Emily says Dane did not have the right to do this, but Jack says they have to finish what they started. Heather is now gagged and restrained to a chair at the front. Emily smears a corrosive compound on her face as Dane explains how it will slowly, painfully eat at her flesh. Andy informs Dane about the deputy, who makes the announcement in a taunting way, saying Curtis wanted to get help but failed. Bradley calls Dane a coward for hiding behind a mask. Dane approaches him and tells him that it's actually a representation of what he made them into, a monster. Bradley asks to see his face, to which Dane pulls off his mask, saying he must know who changed his life forever. Dane then tells him that he wanted to live his whole life in darkness, but by not letting him do that, Bradley actually empowered him. While running, Curtis comes across Parker's house. He begs for help, however, seeing the gun in Curtis's hand, Parker refuses to trust him and knocks him out. Emily then approaches her next victim, Bradley. Bradley starts begging her not to hurt him. A guy in a corner, Riggs, tells Bradley not to give them the pleasure by begging, but the terrified Bradley continues to beg. Bridget tells Emily that she knows who she is. Emily pulls off her mask and the other outcasts follow her, pulling off their masks as well. Bridget apologizes to Emily for the way that she mistreated her. As a result, Emily tells her that she'll spare her if she cuts off Bradley's fingers. Bridget has now been restrained to the chair by the outcasts. They urge Bradley to cut off her fingers, threatening him with a gun. Bridget begs him not to, but he tells her he has to, for if he doesn't, they'll hurt him instead. Emily then gags Bridget as Bradley cuts off one of her fingers. The outcasts look at him, enjoying their pain and fear. Dane tells Bradley he knew he could hurt someone to save his own skin and urges him to proceed. Bradley cuts off another finger as Bridget lets out muffled screams. Emily then leans down and tells Bridget that to save herself from all this pain, all she has to do is inflict it on someone else. She asks her to leave him restrained in the house and chair. When she hesitates to cut his fingers, Dane tells Emily to give her a bit of inspiration. Emily approaches Bridget with the corrosive compound and smears it over half her face, saying if she cuts Bradley's fingers off, she'll remove the compound before it starts to eat away at her face. Bridget puts the cutter to Bernard's finger but then drops it, saying she can't do this. Emily tells her she'll now have to suffer for her decision as the compound slowly starts burning her skin. Parker roams the wood near Dame's house, looking for suspicious activity when he suddenly falls into a trap, which makes a board of knives pierce through his thighs. He wails in pain, attracting the attention of an outcast who had been keeping watch outside. Back at Parker's, Curtis manages to free himself. He grabs a gun and calls the cops over, saying there's been a robbery at Dane's. He then rushes out to Dane's himself. We're then taken back to the woods where Parker has somehow managed to kill the outcast and is now crawling away. Bridget drops to the ground, her face now totally burnt by the corrosive. She's then pulled away to be placed by the other victims. Dane then approaches Bradley on the chair and tells him that they couldn't think of a punishment that fit his crimes. No matter what he thought of, he wouldn't be satisfied. But he had finally found a suitable punishment. Bradley attempts to apologize, but Dane doesn't budge. He places a knife at Bradley's back and tells him that he'll neither enjoy playing his favorite games again, nor will he ever enjoy the pleasure of sex. He then digs the knife into Bradley's back, severing his spinal cord, thus paralyzing him from below the waist. An outcast finds the one killed by Jack laying dead in the woods. A few feet ahead, he sees Parker similarly. Welcome back, guys, and today we are covering a 2014 horror sci-fi film called As the Gods Will. Spoilers ahead! At the beginning, we're shown the faces of 3 students, Shun, Amaya, and Ichika, as a voiceover plays in the background of a student complaining to God about his dull and boring life. The next day, we're taken to the student's school where a Daruma doll has forced them into playing a game of red light, green light, which the penalty of losing is death. If the doll sees someone moving, it explodes their heads and numerous marbles come out of the dead one's bodies, making movement for the others hard. Seeing this, Shun prays to God to return to his old boring life to him, but in vain. As the game continues, Shun's classmates slowly start dying one by one as they're seen by the Daruma doll while moving. A gamer of the class explains that the Daruma doll has a button on its back. To win the game, they probably have to press it without being seen moving by the doll. Shun notices a timer above the button and alerts the others, saying they don't have much time. Many of the classmates thus rush to press the button, but the doll turns every time it senses movement and kills. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to take a look at 2016 French horror film called Raw. Spoilers ahead! As the movie begins, a car is seen driving down a deserted road amidst the trees. Suddenly, a girl jumps in front of the car out of nowhere. The car swerves off the road and crashes into a tree, while the girl collapses on the ground. A moment later, the girl gets up, dusts herself off, and casually walks to the car, completely unhurt. We're then introduced to Justine, a teenager whose veterinarian parents are strictly vegetarians and avoid non-veg like the plague. After a waitress accidentally puts a piece of meat in Justine's plate, her mother panics, asking Justine if she bit into it. Justine assures her she didn't, but the mother still rushes to the waitress and creates a scene. After that, Justine's parents drop her off at her new veterinary school. This is the same school where her parents completed their education and where her sister is currently enrolled. On her first night, Justine meets her gay roommate, Adrian. Seniors barge into the dormitory soon after and start trashing their rooms. They throw their mattresses out the windows and line them up with the other freshies to take them out for a hazing ritual. The freshies are made to crawl on all fours in a dimly lit room where they all party wildly. While wandering the crowd, admontation thrown by the seniors the previous night. The next day, she goes out to the school nurse to get it checked. The nurse tells her that the rash is the result of. The nurse then gives her such a thing in the future. Justine tells her that she can't since she doesn't wear those kinds of dresses. As a punishment, the senior puts her in diapers, which she struggles to hide throughout the day. Later at night, she goes to her sister Alex for help. Alex gives her one of her hot dresses and heels to wear through the rush week. After that, she grabs her mattress from the ground floor where it had been thrown by the seniors the previous night. She tries to drag it up the stairs but gives up midway. She returns to her room to ask Adrian for help, but Adrian is busy in the room with his gay friend and tells her to stay out. The next day during lunch, Justine fills her plate with vegetarian food but notices that she has developed a harsh craving for non-veg. Unable to openly consume meat in front of everyone, she sneaks some into her pocket. The lunch lady catches her doing that and humiliates her, thinking she did it to avoid payment. After learning about her problem, Adrian takes her on a trip to the gas station where she can eat meat without anyone watching. A few bites later, she absolutely forgets about the eyes on her and starts eating greedily, taking big bites despite the presence of a stranger. Later that night, Adrian wakes up to find Justine crouched down in front of the fridge. Her persistent appetite surprises him and he asks what she's doing. She tells him she's just getting cereal for breakfast. After he leaves, Justine grabs raw chicken from the refrigerator and starts eating it. The next day, Justine's professor calls her into his office and berates her for cheating since many of her answers seem to be exactly the same as Adrian's. She sits there listening to his admonation while nervously chewing on her hair. When he pressures her to tell him the truth, she reveals to him that Adrian was the one who cheated. She rushes to the bathroom after leaving the professor's office, where she pulls out several strands of hair from her mouth, which she had somehow unknowingly swallowed. Unsettled by this subconscious act of hers, she goes to spend some time with her sister. The two happily chatter and spend some time together for a while. While brushing her teeth in Alex's bathroom later, Justine notices that she also has the same ointment for rash given to her by the nurse in her cabinet. However, she does not question her sister about it. Alex then offers to give Justine a Brazilian and takes the reluctant girl to her bed to wax her. While she's doing it, the wax gets stuck, after which she passes help. She holds Alex's chopped off finger at the hospital. After Alex's hand had been treated and bandaged, her parents ask why they didn't just sew the finger back on. Alex tells them that her dog, Quickie, ate up the finger. Justine then takes her sister back to school on a wheelchair. As soon as they get out of their parents' sight, Alex gets up from the wheelchair and takes her sister away, saying she needs to talk to her. She takes Justine to the road lined by trees and waits by the side with her eyes on the road. Alex asks Justine if she wants to tell her something, but Justine says there's nothing she has to talk about. A moment later, a car comes their way and Alex bolts out to get in front of it. The car swerves and crashes into a nearby tree. Alex, who has collapsed to the floor after jumping in front of the car, gets up and walks to the car. Justine keeps shouting in shock and fear, repeatedly asking Alex what she's doing. Alex opens the car and observes the blood-splattered, passed-out people inside. She leans in and starts eating the flesh of one of these people. Justine rushes to Alex and yells at her, telling her to come back to her senses and spit it out. Alex tells Justine that she did this for her, so that she could learn. Justine goes into shock after this. She leaves Alex behind with the car and starts blankly walking away. The next day at school, Adrian asks her to help him with his lab coat. While tying it up from behind his back, she starts staring at his neck with hunger. Adrian snaps her out of her trance and she immediately gets back to work. Later during Adrian's football practice, Justine keeps staring at his skin, trying to resist her inhuman urges, trying to resist her hunger. Afterwards, she stands in front of the mirror in her room, wearing the dress given by her sister as
Another reason to be vegan. Plants don't feel pain. This girl is on cocaine.
Her TikTok hurts my brain.
She drives people insane.
Well, you see, at least I'm not getting an ad for any kind of meat or dairy product. That's good. At least they figured that out.
You'll like this video for a piece
Oh my f***ing god!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? It's your favorite Mexican raincoat here. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. That is until I saw this video hit my feed, ladies and gentlemen. That vegan teacher is going after Mr. Beast now. So by this point, this is just kind of a dead topic, just kind of reviving itself over and over again. I'm sorry for the vegan teacher videos, but actually, I don't even know why I'm apologizing. You guys love them, and whenever I make them, they pull views every single time, so I can't be sorry, okay? If you were in my spot, you would do it too. Anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at Mr. Beast. No amount you give to charity can undo the damage you are causing by promoting eating meat. This should be a comedic video, so ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, grab your fucking meat, and let's take a look at this video.
Hello students, today we're going to be reviewing a video by someone named Mr. Beast because you guys told me I should check him out. But before we watch him eat a $70,000 pizza, let's look into the eyes of this child. There are millions of children around the world who are starving to death. Parents who are crying because they can't provide essential foods for their children. $70,000 could buy a lot of food.
Now, I'm not sure if she really knows Mr. Beast's background or anything like that, but it looks like she's promoting this charity because she's upset that Mr. Beast is eating a $70,000 pizza. But lady, you don't realize that Mr. Beast has donated millions to charities. He's donated money to homeless people, he's donated money to the hungry, everything, dude. This guy is the biggest philanthropist on YouTube, that vegan teacher. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But then again, who's surprised? You know, that vegan teacher typically doesn't do any sort of research whenever she's going after somebody. So I can't really say that I'm too surprised that she said all this.
Let's watch his video anyway. Every time he does something that I don't approve of, I'm going to be putting an X on my notepad. Every time he does something that's good, I'll provide a check mark. If he mentions the word vegan, if he talks about fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and promotes them, great. If he promotes eating animals from the dairy industry, the meat industry, the egg industry, if he promotes any kind of violence by showing these foods and showing himself enjoying them, he will be getting X's on his report card.
A little bit off topic, but kind of on topic at the same time. Could you imagine basing your entire personality around being a vegan? How lame of a person do you have to be to come to that point? You have no hobbies or interests, so you gotta resort to really letting everybody know that being a vegan is your biggest personality trait. I will never understand people like this. Not gonna lie, she probably lives a very sad life, but she doesn't even realize it just because of how deep she's into this whole, you know, vegan thing and calling everybody a bad person if they aren't an animal rights activist. That type of behavior is what I'm talking about. Just honestly kind of sad.
Let's hope he mentions the word vegan at some point.
This is the beginning of a $70,000 pizza. In this video...
Is it vegan? He doesn't say so.
Does it matter? I don't think so.
We will be eating a $70,000 pizza.
Oh my god. This is incredible.
Yo, $2,000 steak.
Oh my god.
Steak is a dead animal that didn't want to die.
Yes, it sure is, but steak is also good. Ooh. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel some type of way whenever that vegan teacher disses steak, okay? Steak is probably one of my favorite foods. It's kind of grown on me over the last few years. So whenever she says that eating steak is a bad thing, you know, it just kind of, it touches my heart, okay? In a bad way. Steak is an amazing food, okay, that vegan teacher, and you need to appreciate it and realize that eating a dead animal that's cooked is okay sometimes, all right?
This is amazing.
$5,000 tacos.
It tastes like the ocean
Are they vegan tacos made with beans and vegan cheese?
I don't know, probably not.
is swimming in my mouth.
It does. But first, we're gonna start with $1 pizza and work our way up. This is $1 pizza.
Is that vegan cheese?
Oh my god, shut the
This is a $2 hot dog. This is an...
Is that a vegan hot dog?
I want it right now. All of them niggas.
Or is it made from crushed up animals who died begging for their lives?
$8 burger. It's better than McDonald's. These are $16 wings.
Wings belong on chickens and on birds. Don't eat them.
No, I'm pretty sure wings belong in my mouth, that vegan teacher. Sorry, not sorry. You know, some days I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, all right, I want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, eat some good old barbecue wings. You can eat them with your hands. You know, the wings are great, okay? I don't know why you're dissing wings. I mean, obviously I know why. It's because you're a vegan. Lame. Well, I mean, it's not even that lame to be a vegan at all. It's lame if you're an animal rights activist that's constantly trying to push others in your direction. You guys don't rule the world, you know? You guys aren't shifting the paradigm for how culture works. We've been eating animals for ages. It's gonna stay like that. I really don't know what their deal is.
Do you believe in stealing? Stealing is wrong. Don't promote violence.
What? How is Mr. Beast promoting violence just by eating a wing? Are you out of your mind? God, dude, this lady is off her rockers. Get back into the retirement home, lady. Jesus. This lady looks like the average Ellen audience member. This lady looks like she'd stop me at a skate park and tell me to leave. Karen looking ass.
That's it. Next is $64 golden wings. Here's the golden wings. Do you always serve?
Don't steal animals' body parts.
No.
Eating animals is wrong. Hurting animals is wrong. Animals are here with us on the planet, not for us.
You know what else is wrong, that vegan teacher? Forcing people to live their life a certain way. That is something that is very wrong, and it's something that you do very often. I feel like a lot of people can agree with me when I say that as well. You shouldn't be forcing people to live their life a certain way at all. It's just not something you should be doing. Let people stay eating meat. It's fine. You're not going to be changing anything, and nothing is going to be solved. You're just an old lady that got banned from TikTok, and now you're on YouTube, and your channel is probably going to be gone eventually. Nobody really likes you. Like, I don't know what this person is really doing.
This is obscene.
Room on with that. Can we have it? Here you go, Chandler.
Thanks.
Wow. Chris is 6, so he's tuning in on an iPad.
These are our famous Ainsworth 24 karat gold.
I'm sold. I just kind of want to eat it.
Hey, don't forget me. You can wait. Oh my God.
That actually tastes really good.
I hate both of you.
Next is a $125 milkshake.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Is it made with vegan milk? Vegan milk. Oat milk, soy milk, better for the environment, better for health, and they don't involve the suffering of the dairy industry. In the dairy industry, the males, the bulls, are masturbated.
What? You said master... I'm sorry, I find that word so funny.
This is the Lux milkshake. It's Tahitian vanilla ice cream, 23 karat edible gold, donkey caramel sauce drizzled.
That's a little weird if we all go at the same time, so I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna look at you while I do it.
Oh my goodness.
I swear to God, stop looking at the camera like that. You look like something straight out of a horror movie. Not even lying. That vegan teacher has this certain gaze that she just always does. And it just looks creepy, dude.
That tastes amazing.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. I don't know what to do. It tastes like silk clouds.
That is actually a good... It tastes like ice cream, but like 10 times better.
Make your milkshakes with vegan ice cream.
It's almost like comedic how she actually thinks that Mr. Beast is gonna listen to him and see this video and be like, oh yeah, you're totally right. I'm just gonna stop using my ice cream. I'm gonna stop eating steak. I'm gonna stop doing all this because you told me to, when in reality, that is just not the case. Nobody's gonna ever listen to that vegan teacher. She's practically made a name for herself just by being a joke on the internet. And that's pretty much all everybody's gonna ever recognize her for, just being a big joke.
Vegan milk. This is totally not okay.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think you're just tripping, but whatever.
We must be vegan for the animals, the environment, and human health. And if you want some recipes, go to bosch.tv. To find out the truth, go to don'twatch.org. It's only 6 minutes long. You can absolutely help to change the world by educating others. Make sure that Mr. Beast...
Yeah, Miss Vegan Teacher, I'm just going to interrupt you right here to say, go subscribe to the Poncho channel, alright? If she wants to promote some random-ass website while I'm watching this video, I can go promote my YouTube channel, alright? Go sub to the Poncho channel. It'll change your life forever. Anyways, jokes aside, that vegan teacher actually decided to make another video about Mr. Beast after somebody decided to comment on this video, and this is what she had to say.
Hello, Hayden. I read your comment. You're just so happy that Mr. Beast bought a whole store full of food and donated to the poor, right?
Well, I mean, that in the grand scheme of things, that is a very generous thing to do, you know? You're deciding, hey, I kind of want to use my money to help other people that are struggling here in the community. You know, it's a great thing to do. It's a charitable thing to do. It's a very kind thing to do. So yeah, I mean, I would think that people would look at this as a good thing.
What did that include? Dead bodies who suffered.
Dude, did she stop? Does she ever stop? Like, nobody will ever convince this lady to just shut her mouth. Nobody wants to hear it, lady. Save it. Like...
Innocent chickens who were murdered with their throats slit. A bunch of eggs that came from a cycle of violence where baby boy chicks are ground up alive.
Hey, but those eggs in the morning, they're still hitting like a goddamn freight train.
A bunch of milk products that came from slitting the throats of newborn baby calves.
Hey, but whenever I'm pouring that milk in that cereal,
Because we stole their milk. The whole thing is wrong. Nothing that he did in that equation was good. It all came on the backs of animals. You can't stab animals and kick them or pay somebody to do that and then give out money and look like a great guy.
Well, first of all, he's not the one stabbing the animals in the backs. And second of all, even if he is the person paying for that, dude, you can be a good person while still eating meat. Good Lord. This person is delusional, labeling everybody else as a bad person when in reality, she's probably the one that's treating people like shit. Even though she's a savior for the animals, she's probably talking to people like they're nothing. I mean, hell, she already does it to people on TikTok, or at least used to. She would call everybody bad people if they were to eat a steak.
Yeah, you can fool a bunch of people, but you won't fool vegans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think any vegan is looking at this right now and labeling Mr. Beast as a bad person, okay? I don't think that's true at all.
He needs to be vegan, fully vegan. He needs to stop eating eggs, stop drinking milk, stop eating cheese, and stop eating animals. Stop paying for the abuse. Put veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart because peace begins on your plate. So open up your heart. Be vegan. Watch don'twatch.org right now.
Don't listen to her. Subscribe to the Poncho YouTube channel. You know you want to. Anyways, I think the conclusion that we can draw from this video is the same conclusion as every single vegan teacher video. Don't force people to live their lives a certain way, okay? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it. It does help out a lot. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, feel free to subscribe. I'm not here to force you though. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure you guys are staying safe. Make sure you guys are staying healthy. I promise that's not me trying to force you to live your life a certain way. I just want you guys to be happy. Anyways, fellas, I'm out of here. Hope y'all have a good one. Take it easy. My album's gonna be dropping on August 20th, so make sure you guys look out for that. And yeah, boys, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
Got me posted at a red light.
I've been following you for so long. Why, thank you. But that person you're texting, is she an Arab?
Hey guys, Sniper Wolf here. I'm very rich. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? It's your favorite Mexican raincoat here. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. Sniper Wolf. Okay. A lot of you guys probably know who this is, or maybe you even watch her. She just hit 30 million subscribers on YouTube. Jesus Christ. 30 million? I didn't even know she had that many. This lady has the recipe down for the YouTube algorithm, okay? I wouldn't even be surprised if she makes it to 100 mil. But yeah, you guys might be wondering, Poncho, dog, what are we watching this video? We're gonna be taking a look at this My Story animated video that has Sniper Wolf in it. That's a collab I thought I'd never see. Now, if you're not familiar with who My Story Animated is, it's this channel who posts like a bunch of animated stories that are most likely fake, okay? I don't believe any story I've seen on this. I think they're fake, but they're funny to watch because the storyline is usually insanely weird. And yeah, I'm not gonna take up too much of your time here. Make sure to go check out my Spotify playlist. It'll be on your screen and it'll be in the top of the description. Got a lot of songs I listen to on there, and yeah, let's take a look at this video, dude. Getting lost is the best way to find a new place, okay?
Hi, my name is Sarah, and
Sup?
I'm from LA. Please like and subscribe because
No.
My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person.
What? Oh, they're giving away $1,000 for a lucky subscriber? Hey, audience, should I start doing this? Should I start baiting non-subscribers to subscribe? I'll do it, and I'll never give them the $1,000 as well. How does that sound? I'm not saying that they do this, but how funny would that be?
My parents were only 16 when they had me,
Jesus.
but I never knew them. They passed
Okay.
away soon after
Aw.
I was born, and
Damn.
I grew up with my grandma.
Huh.
And she was crazy.
See, the thing with these animation videos is they get like the strangest voice actors for them, you know? Whenever they're reading a line, it sounds like they're reading a line and not like they're actually playing as the character. My grandma was crazy! Like, dog, you don't have to speak like that. I get that this video is probably for kids, I would imagine. Kids are getting smarter and smarter nowadays. Actually, I take that back.
Grandma had wild parties and concert-like shows in her house.
Damn, grandma, you gotta hit me up sometime. Yeah, no, but on a real note, I would love to have a party grandma, you know? I love my grandparents, okay? I'm not, this isn't a diss towards them at all, but hey, party grandma doesn't sound too bad, eh? Yeah, but now that I think about it, she'd probably only play songs from like the 40s or the 50s. But honestly, I wouldn't even mind too much, all right? I'd still be getting down to that.
With all her girlfriends. And she even had a mini pool. Look at me, I'm a mermaid. I can fly.
All right, grandma, you fucking idiot. Mermaids don't fly. Come on. All right, listen, I just realized this. Does this grandma not even look like a grandma to y'all? It looks like they animated somebody that's in their, like, early 20s. Grandma who? I would definitely pull up on this grandma and say, what's up, baby girl? I mean, wait.
Well, she couldn't,
Yeah,
but
no shit.
it was fun to watch her and laugh. Once
bet.
when I was 3, my preschool teacher called my granny
Okay.
and told her that I might have some speech problems.
Damn.
Granny got mad and came running like a cheetah.
Damn.
She barged in and attacked my teacher.
What the? Looks like Granny got some serious issues. Good lord. What was that for? Teacher just said your daughter has a speech impediment and Granny went crazy.
How can you say that my grandchild is dumb, you moron?
Yo, grandma, she didn't say that, you fucking idiot. All she said was that your grandma